Sign up today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 35, Nasdaq's down 145, S&Ps are off 21. Gold down $10 at $18.04 an ounce. We got silver down 38 cents, $19.40 an ounce. Light sweet crude off 27 cents, $39.84 a barrel. Notes and bonds, they are on the move top side once again, folks. You get the 10-year up 8 ticks, trading 139.15. The 30-year up a full point at 180.20. And King Dollar's down 155 ticks, trading 96.311. The euro is at 113. The yen is at 107.26, and the British pound is at 125 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
I don't know. This market is trying to figure out which way it wants to go, man.
We got action. There's no two ways about it. No two ways about it, folks. You get we've had a two-way market as we started out today. Let's get over to our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, at TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, if you want to understand the option market, option strategies, futures, outstanding show every trading day, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test-driven yet the Thinkorswim platform, it's very easy to do. You're sitting on the site. Hit the banner, bring it up to allow you to trade with paper money. Follow Kevin and his team every trading day. And when you start looking at these numbers, folks, as our man, Mr. Kevin Hinks, will say, this is the most wonderful time of the year. Well, what you're going to see out here is that the J.P. Morgan numbers versus the Wells Fargo numbers, I suspect what we have out here is that the J.P. Morgan traders went to the Kevin Hinks School of Trading because guess what? They made money on the volatility in spades.
Billions.
Kevin Hinks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Yeah, J.P. Morgan. Here's the differentiator. J.P. Morgan's massive, as we know.
Yes.
And their trading revenues, even though this bank, the banking sector has challenges, their trading revenues were massive, and is going to lift this name through this period. But Jamie Dimon's very cautious. He came out relatively cautious in his comments, talking about, the problem was everyone wanted to know the loss provision, right? And,
yes.
and all these banks are coming out with more provisions than we thought. So I think Jamie Dimon's being very cautious, but, they made $33 billion in revenue when the street was expecting $30 billion in revenue. So.
Yeah.
Wells Fargo, now that's a different story. I think I'm going to sell T-shirts. What do you guys think? We'll sell them on somewhere. Free Wells Fargo. Remember, it was February of 2018 when Janet Yellen left her post as the head of the Fed, and as she walked out the door, she basically threw Wells Fargo in jail, not allowing them to grow, putting a bunch of restrictions on them, and it's starting to show up in their numbers. Not to mention the coronavirus and all the problems that banks are having. So Wells Fargo is under a unique level of pressure, but a new management team in Wells Fargo. So that's one of those things. If you bet on the long term, Wells Fargo's probably a long-term bet, but they need to get out of government
get out of jail card. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's amazing, Kevin.
It's been 2 years. That's been going on.
Yeah, it's amazing that, and I wasn't kidding about the aspect of the Kevin Hinks School of Trading, because the differential, folks, and it makes sense, because J.P. Morgan, folks, is a trader versus a Wells Fargo is a retail bank and mortgages, right? You know what I mean? But you can see it just so dramatically in these numbers, because what happens, folks, is that they doubled up on their bond trading. Their equity trading was up 30%. Now, with that debt, it smoothed it out, the amount of loans. It's not like J.P. Morgan doesn't have a lot of loans going south. But guess what? Bottom line, if you get the trade right, and you get the volatility right, and you can see they sent all these traders, man, They woke up as soon as this volatility came into play, man.
Yeah.
And, and we're not in the bond market, folks. Like these big banks are. That number there was phenomenal, Kevin. That was like,
right.
Yeah. And you can see it. I mean,
$7.3 billion in 90 days, man.
Right.
That's amazing.
You got bonds. You got to love it.
So what does that tell us? As we look into these numbers in trading, what does that tell us? People are moving money around in these markets.
Yes.
Right? And these markets are active and trading, and people are buying dips and selling rallies and moving money in and out of the bond market, stock market, commodities. All these numbers are gargantuan in terms of their this financial system is still at work and still going. The volumes are massive. Now, how does that, you can't win today's game with yesterday's home run, but Goldman Sachs has earnings tomorrow morning. We'll be trading that on Fast Market today. They're much more aligned with a J.P. Morgan than they are with a Wells Fargo.
Oh, yeah.
So Goldman is historically, and full disclosure, I'm a Goldman Sachs alumni, but they are much more of a trading firm.
For sure.
Hedging risk and trading than they are a bank per se. So it'll be interesting to see how Goldman does as well today.
No, there's no doubt. I suspect those numbers, what you're hearing here, folks, okay, I know this sounds deviant, but what does happen is that when you have volatile markets, that's when you can make, I would say, substantially more percentage-wise in the marketplace, as long as you're just not sitting there.
Not to bring it back, I think it's just staggering, man. $80 million every single day for the last 90 days, those bond traders posted to the bottom line, man. $80 million every single day for 90 days to get to $7.3 billion trading bonds. It's just staggering. Man.
Right. So the bond market, everyone thinks because the bonds are so high that the bond market is dead. Not so fast.
Yeah.
Not so fast.
Seriously, man. And, Kevin, we're at what, July 14th right now. We still have the elevated VIX. And what's so cool, man? It's like we talk about it. Market's up $400, and the VIX is still saying, hey, I'm still buying some insurance. You explained it to us last week. The skew can basically get that happening. Right. But it just blows my mind on a continual basis because even before we fell apart yesterday, we were going up and down like 1%, like nothing, man. It was like boom, 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 boom. But so it's something that traders should really pay attention to. I mean, it might be off for a couple days, but it seems to basically get it right, and get it right within 7 or 8 days, even less than that, man. I mean, the bottom line, you get that elevated fix, you're going to have those numbers come in, those percentage numbers.
Exactly right, and the VIX sits at 33 right now, so that's a big spike from the last week and Friday's numbers. So that is telling you that the market is expecting more movement. And when you see Tesla moving, Tesla was up $75. It's now down 40.
Oh,
so Tesla is now Kevin. All over the board. And fast market is really just could be the Tesla show if we really wanted it.
And there's no doubt, man. Yesterday, forget it. Oh my God, you'll have
$300 intraday.
You're going to have a field day out there this morning, Kevin. I mean, it's crazy. Listen, folks, 45 minutes from now, Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kevin.
Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. We have the Dow up 25, Nasdaq's down 196, S&Ps are off 24. We're coming right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 31. We get the Nasdaq down 178. S&Ps are off 22. Well, Tom, we got to go over to Tesla.
Yeah. I heard you talking about in your afternoon show yesterday, just in terms of Robinhood, right? At one point, you had like 40,000 accounts over the span of about 4 hours on Monday.
Isn't that amazing?
Adding Tesla to their accounts, 40,000 accounts on Monday. There's not a good point in this chart where you could have added Tesla during the day on Monday where you're not in a lot of pain already by Tuesday morning.
There's no doubt. And even if you bought 10 shares. I mean, when I was looking at those numbers, realistically,
10 shares is 15 grand, man.
Exactly. Well, even one share. No, that's my point, because Robinhood.
Right. And you can buy fractional shares too. That's the thing to keep in mind, I believe. I think.
And Robinhood?
I believe you might be able to buy fractional shares.
No, that would make sense. That would make sense. Okay.
So that's probably where that's happening as well, right? You put in 100, 200, hopefully, man, because you put in $200, you're down 20 or $40, not the end of the world. You put in $17,949, which somebody would have if they were to buy there on 10 shares at the peak, man, and you're down to 14,000 from almost 18. So
right. And listen, watch this. We go over to Amazon. I mean, the bottom line, these stocks have been on one way, trip on the way up.
What
Amazon's
happened?
down
Under 3,000. What happened?
In one day, you're down 10%.
Yeah.
From the highs. Okay.
Yeah, I remember you saying sometimes toward the end of last week that Amazon could pull back to 2,700 and be completely fine, and I would, that was when Amazon was at 3,000,
right?
3,050. When we got up to 3,344, said, maybe the pullback now could. No, maybe it's still 2,700, man.
There's no doubt. The Nasdaq, folks, is just a total mind blower in general. When you think that it can't go south, then all of a sudden it just destroys everything in its way. I mean, it's like it's some. So watch. I'm going to put this up intraday, and I want to show you something intraday because this is important for the S&Ps. If you're trading even the S&Ps, what you're going to see here is that the Nasdaq even intraday, okay, blew everything out. Meaning even today, okay. If I bring this back, well, you're going to see this. Watch. We had that the S&Ps were trying to get down to this high volume low that was generated out here on Thursday, which is at 3105. So
okay.
You can see that the NASDAQ just blew by it, and like the NASDAQ still has a high volume low at its lows today. So the NASDAQ's telling me this thing's going to, my God, this wants to go after like 10,323, which is another 70, 80 points down. And then you go over to the S&P, and what you're going to see here is that the bottom line is that it hasn't made it down yet to the lows that were established last Thursday. So that's the danger part for the S&P. I mean, it's intriguing. Do you know what I mean? It's like,
yes,
hey,
yes.
You know, it gives you a clue, folks, as to where that S&P very well wants to get down to, because the NASDAQ basically led us up, they'll lead us down, you know, all of the above. We take a look at the leaders inside the NASDAQ this morning. You get Allergen, Align Technology. Align's up 2.6%. You get Mondelez up 1.5%. Pfizer is up 1.1%. Taken away from it, Zoom's down 5.5%. Adobe's off 5%. Netflix is down 5%. And you got .com down 5%. Let's go look at Netflix. So Netflix yesterday.
We're about 48 hours away from Netflix earnings, too, which makes it even more interesting, the action there. But go for it.
So we went from 575 to 500. Oh, man. Some of these numbers that we talk, right? This is like, it's pretty intense, folks.
Everything got a little ahead of itself, I think. But you know what? The Netflix has got nothing weighing it down, man. The only thing weighing it down is, you know, some competition coming in from Disney, you know, with a number of companies, of course. But they got nothing weighing it down in terms of negative impacts of COVID. Again, the only thing is that maybe it's given a boost to some of their competitors, but the whole world's going to be online, man.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt. And, you know, the bottom line, Netflix has so many different series, so many different shows. I mean, there's just hundreds of thousands of them. I mean, it blows my mind how many they actually have. You know, to catch up with Netflix, folks, okay, you need about 80 people to basically watching it 24 hours a day. You know. Yeah,
it's funny. I saw an ad yesterday for, I believe it's Dish. It was some cable service, right? I think it was Dish though. And they said now you can record up to 16 shows simultaneously.
Yep.
And I said, so when you have 15 shows getting recorded and you got that 16th show that's airing, you'll be all set. It was like, is that really how cable TV is advertised? It seemed so ridiculous. You know, it's like, who's going to sign up?
Because I know.
You can record. There's not 16 shows on regular cable TV. Is that the advantage they're trying to gain over cutting the cord? They're in a tough spot if their advantage is that they'll give you a DVR that can record 16 shows that are airing simultaneously. It's just not happening, man.
There's no doubt. Let's get over and take a look at the dollar. So the dollar, folks, you know, slowly but surely is making its way down to this 94, 95 mark. We'll see what shakes out today, because what we have is that we're at 96,247, and the number that the dollar has been rejecting, it rejected it yesterday, it rejected it last Thursday, is 96,385. So if we get under that today, and it looks like we want, you know, well, it's under it right now. If we stay under it, then it's going to get really interesting, because then game is 95,716, and then we'll be going after this 94,650. The euro, you know, we take a look at the other correlation here. Bottom line, euro is not only sticking its head up. This looks like a monster ABC structure on the way up. I mean, the euro hardly pulled back at all from the last gains that it had. It's been a long, you know, consolidation sideways, but if this thing blows away 114, you're at 113.99 right now. That's going to be some big action, and that'll continue with some good selling inside of the U.S. dollar. Gold's hanging tough there. I heard you this morning that, they got gold under the $18 level, and it just popped right back up. We got to, $17.91.
Yeah, and then quite a little pop from there, right?
Said, see ya, don't want to be ya. Pretty wild, man.
Hey, I got a chart up here at Disney right now, so I put this in my newsletter this morning, man. Of course, we got the promotion going, just started yesterday on the front page of TFNN, Rocket Equities and Options. We were just talking about Netflix, so this is a tease. You can sign up. I kind of break down the Disney fundamental aspect of things, and it's really important, man, with where this price level are right now, where we are. to back up. Now, Disney's got their earnings August 4th, I think, and it's just cool graphically to see the reaction on the chart pre-COVID to Disney Plus. They launched the service in April of 2019. You see the acceleration when the world finds out $6.99 to subscribe, undercutting Netflix, right? They're going to bundle it for $12.99. You launch it in November, remarkable, only 8 months ago.
Yeah.
They report they had almost 28 million subscribers by February. The market dives to $79 on the world shutting down. They come out and tell the world they have 50 million subscribers in April, and they're going to come out with their numbers in August. Now, when they originally announced the price of Disney, they wanted 60 million to 90 million subscribers by 2024. Can you believe that? They wanted 60 to 90 million subscribers by 2024. And they're going to be in that number already. So there's something to keep in mind, man, that I put in that newsletter. Check it out on the front page of TFNN.com.
So right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 160. NASDAQ is down 87. S&Ps are only down 1.5, folks. You're going to ride this cowboy, man.
Talk quick. They're going to be green, man.
I'm telling you, you're going to ride this cowboy. And, folks, as you come over to our website at TFNN, you are going to see right under featured content. Tommy just started a newsletter yesterday, Rocket Equities and Options Report. So tell us about this, Tom.
That's right, man. So it's going to be based on a weekly report coming out every Monday, but I plan on doing daily updates at least for a couple of weeks. We're going to be building some longer-term trades for a long-term portfolio, whether it's a retirement, whether it's just investing money out there, IRA, 401k. But then I'm going to be trading some options as well, man. We got earnings season around the corner. I talked about Disney. So I got a great report out every morning, a couple of reports today, even this morning putting out a report. I talked about the Disney action that we saw on there, but how about the VIX? So I feature this in the report this morning, really looking at the chart, man. So yesterday's action in the ES, for example, look at the climb up we got from 9:30 in the morning, even in the ES, until really the sell-off at about 2, right? And then look at the VIX, man. The VIX, the whole morning was just going higher from 27.
It was broadcasting it. Yep.
27.50 to 29. And you see it really accelerate when the market fell apart. But I haven't seen that in a while, man. A couple times in this market, and each time it's happened, it's been almost 24 to 48 hours it doesn't take, where when people are really buying the VIX, pushing the price up as the market's creeping higher on some light volume as well, man, watch out for that because we saw the sell-off in there. So check it out on the front page. And right now through this month, right, you can save 50% with the promo code ROCKET. You have to enter that promo code at checkout, and you'll lock in $48.50. So it's normally $97 a month. Calling it the Charter membership, man. You enter ROCKET, ROCKET, apply that code, and you'll see the savings reflected there. And that is for the life of your subscription, folks. You stay on as a subscriber, you are guaranteed that 50% off for as long as you remain a subscriber, grandfathered in Charter membership. So check it out. New updates at least every day out there, and a lot of good action. I put a market recap up there about what's going on. I had a lot of different charts about the ES this morning. Delta, of course, up there, and then I break down kind of an analysis of that Disney timeline, talking about the fundamental case and what we'll be doing in the weeks and months to come. And, of course, I had to include some Netflix action in there. And Tesla, I said, back to its usual tricks, up $100 pre-market. Well, we know what happened in on the open there for Tesla. But check it out, man, on the front page.
And when we're talking Charter membership, folks, 'cause I heard you bring this up on your program. This is a trip, though. There's no doubt. I had done the same thing in the gold report,
if you were listening. Go ahead.
I had done the same thing in the gold report. Now, this is just amazing. So the gold report, what is it, 950 or something? It's 18 years later. And the bottom line is that I still have Charter memberships there. A lot of them.
Yeah, people grandfathered in. You can keep that rate as long as you stay on. And I hope, listen, the reason why I started it is because, I live and breathe this markets. I trade myself, and I just realized, I'm telling friends of value I see in the market. I'm telling family members, my mom's retirement, I think I have a lot of value to provide, man, on a daily basis. So hopefully I can do that and provide that value out there.
You're going to love it. Check it out right on the front page of TFNN, folks. And by the way, it does come with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So the bottom line is that you get the Charter membership, you like it, you keep it, you don't like it, you get your money back. So
it's great. And if if it's not something up your alley, man, because people all trade differently, right? If it's not up your alley, that's perfect. You cancel it. If it's not worth it, get the money back guarantee. There's no harm, no foul, man. It's great. I love it, and I appreciate the opportunity to deliver it.
It's a big deal. Yeah. So look at this market, man. Let's take a look. So what is moving this market? Well, now they're buying, folks. That's the bottom line. We just went from 20 points down to 2 points up. Oh, it's going to have to do a lot more than this, though. I see what's going on here. So this only brought it back to 6 o'clock this morning. So
sure.
The VIX is nailing it, right? That's what's happening here, man. The bottom line, you can expect that we're going to continue with these moves. The real question is going to be at the end of the day, who has won?
The VIX had a quick drop off, man. When we were talking to Kevin Hinks, we were at 33 and change. We're approaching 31 right now, just like that in that VIX.
Well, you got to love it, man.
Yeah.
Tesla right now is up 13.
Amazon just traded up $100 from $29.50 to $3,061.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Amazon's not comfortable under $3,000.
No, it's not. It's not. 29. Yeah, look at that. It just traded up $100.
Did you see? I mean, we'll jump around. I know the story I had up. This is kind of just cool. Amazon, right? Talk about an acceleration. They are rolling out grocery carts that let shoppers skip checkout lines, bag their groceries, and walk out. It's only a matter of when, not if, right? These come even to Whole Foods, man. So this is kind of like the Go stores that they have cashierless, but Dash carts embedded with cameras, sensors, and smart display that automatically track a shopper's orders. And I even said, man, can you imagine the data they're going to have, right? When they they're going to know what aisle you're in. They're going to know the moment you decide, like, how long did you spend in aisle 6 before you put Cheerios in your cart? They're going to know it. They're going to know it all. And they're going to know the moment somebody adds Cheerios to their cart, what's the best thing that you might put in front of their face or how that's going to shift. I mean, this goes so far beyond cashier.
You need milk. You need sugar.
That's right. And so guess what? You're going to see an ad generated in the store for milk on sale because it knows you just put Cheerios in your cart. I mean, I'm going next level, but that's where I go when I see that, man, because they are the data kings, and they're going to get it all.
No doubt. Let's take. We got a couple questions in the Tigers dens out here. One of the first ones is about GDX. Do you see that as topping out? No, I don't see it as topping out at all. What you have here is that the volatility is going to continue inside of these markets. There's no doubt about it. What I do. The GDX has already blown away, its highs with, its swing points. It has volume behind the move. This thing wants higher, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to commit to some heavy volatility, So I suspect that, 30, once it broke out of the 31.79, the number is like $55. What I do expect will happen is that when the S&P sells down, bottom line, the gold stocks sell down. That's just how it goes, folks, okay? So what tends to happen there is that, you're going to get a pullback in that, but it won't be even close to as severe as the S&Ps. That's kind of how I shake that out. We get another question in the den, Tom, about the Taseko. And what that is that they get about a 10% positive position right now. And, what I would do at Taseko, folks, is that I'd hold that for at least 2, 3, 4, 5 months. This is a monster gold. Well, first of all, it's a small price stock. Okay, they get a market cap of $136 million. They do, however, have good revenue, $305 million, and it's all contingent on where the copper market's going. And they get copper out of the ground, but it's pretty expensive what they get out of the ground. But my take on copper's going dramatically higher. I mean, it looks to me like copper's going to go for $3.32 a pound. We're only at $2.98. So the key is with inside of the metals market and with small stocks, like you can't do a 50-cent stock into a 5-cent stop. I know that's 10%, but you just can't do it, folks, okay? It doesn't work like that. Do you know what I mean?
They're too volatile.
Yeah, it is. They'll take you out. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I come right back. Check out Tom's newsletter right on the front page of TFNN under featured content. Dow is up 198, Nasdaq's down 86, S&Ps are off 1. We'll come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get the competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up at 234. We get the NASDAQ down 54. S&Ps are up 5.5. And let's go to the small caps, folks, for Tom, for one of the Tigers. So they're long the TZA, folks. And the TZA is the 300% inverse position, meaning the bear position inside of the small caps. Right now, that's down 40 cents. If we go over to the IWM, my take that this is a really nice position. The reason being, folks, is that the small caps in general, well, the small caps period, okay, never made its high, which was basically August of 2018. It's the weakest index out there. Now, what's really cool about, we got JP Morgan out with numbers and we get Wells Fargo out with numbers. Inside of the small caps, folks, you have a lot of the small, well, not small, they're just regional banks. So the way that the numbers came out with JP Morgan and Wells Fargo, well, regional banks, folks, do not trade. So regional banks are going to have the problem where Wells Fargo had the problem that they're consumer banks. You know what I mean? Yeah. And consumer banks, you know, whether it's mortgages, whether it's loans, the bottom line is that when people lose their jobs, you know, they have to have loan loss reserves. So I think it's a good position. And, you know, bottom line is that, I don't see this market holding. I mean, I like the volatility going up and down in this S&P. But this is where the battle is set up really nice right now between the Bulls and Bears. And, you know, the Bulls have been winning on a tremendous basis. No two ways about that. We'll see how this shakes out, though, coming off the highs like we came off those highs yesterday. Because once the machines take over, folks, that's what you saw yesterday. Once that trend changes a little, you got to remember something, that there's one firm that does 40% of all the volume inside the markets, okay? That's a machine firm. So the bottom line is that once that changes, it's not like you and me thinking, Tom, hey, is it going to go up? Is it going to go down? Is this number good? Is that number good?
Sure.
And they say, hey, we're going the other side. That's it. Yeah. You know, so. And once
we'll see, man.
Starts, it's, you know, it's pretty intense.
I mean, it's going to be wild to see how what happens as the summer ends in this market. I mean, you know, of course, the battle is on, and somehow it's political right now in terms of opening schools. I don't see how it happens in Florida and any normal basis. You had, I believe it was Los Angeles and San Diego counties coming out and saying that they're going to have online only. Now, California, much different story. But, I mean, Florida, so you just came out with the numbers. from the Florida Department of Health as of yesterday. So, of course, we had 15,200. It was on Saturday, the big number, smashing records. 12,200 yesterday. 9,200 today is the number, but many less tests for 67,000 total tests, putting a number of positives above 15%. Again, man. So, you're seeing a very rising trend in this, even with those anomalies, right? Jumping around 9 to 12 to 15. We all know how things work in the market, folks. The trends, there's variance within those. So I don't know how that plays out, man.
What blows my mind? So picture, folks, okay? Now, Florida's getting hit beyond belief. And you got to remember something. Florida's a very large state. It's like one big finger that goes in the water. So you have the east coast of Florida, which is Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Then you have the west coast, Tampa, St. Pete, all this. So this whole state's getting hit. Now, the east coast is still getting hit almost 8 times harder than the west coast. But the west coast is a mess, too. What blows my mind is that...
We're the west coast. Which way? That Miami, is that what you're saying, is getting hit harder?
Yeah. By about 8 times.
I'm just following. Yep, totally. Yeah.
So what blows my mind, though, is this, folks. If you're down here, between Voss, who's the education secretary, she's claiming to people, no, it's safe to go back to school. I'm trying to figure out, I didn't Google it yet. I'm trying to figure out, does she have any kids? I mean, I can't quite figure out, do the politicians actually think everyone in Florida is that dense? It's like,
I don't know what's happening either.
We're going to send all our kids back to school.
It's going to come to roost. I bring it up because the market's going to see it come to roost when nobody goes back to school in Florida, folks, right. And you have to deal with the kids, and things are, shut down, and that's going to hit the market. I mean, it's just... You
know what I love about this, folks? This is what I love, and I said this to Nico. When I was working out with Nico Saturday, I said to him, what I'm digging about this right now, this is actually people power, folks, because what's happening, and the politicians haven't flipped yet, but they're going to be ready to flip, because no one's paying attention to them.
Yeah.
That's what's really cool. And the last time I saw that actually happened really goes back to almost 68, 70, 72, that people really started thinking for themselves, realizing that, hey, man, they're bringing us down a road I don't want to go down.
Right.
And I mean, that's what's happening in Florida right now, folks, because what's happening is that no matter what the regulation is, people are not going out. They're not going to. They're saying, "Hey, man, I want to stay safe."
And it's only getting worse. That's the worrisome thing, man. I don't know where things are going to be. The situation is so dynamic that you can't really subscribe to anything in a month. Okay, you can't say schools have to open in 6 weeks when you have 15,000 cases. I mean, this is the number from Florida Department of Health of cases up top. Higher highs, higher lows. Okay, you're still getting variance here. Higher highs, higher lows. We're in the market. The last number is going to be about 10,000. Every number, it's a trend, and unfortunately, this is the death total that's going to lag. Okay, that is a
maybe we'll get everyone into technical analysis because
it's just I bring it back because we all recognize trends, man. The trend is very dicey right now, and you got to bring it back to the market at some point because the CARES Act ends at the end of this month, man. I'm very skeptical of the S&P flirting with 3,200 at a time when, Florida's quite a state in terms of the economy, the GDP it adds, and all that stuff. It's going to matter.
It's heavy. Let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities and see what we have out here today, folks. You got, Wells Fargo's, that's down 150. You got Bank of America off 21 cents. American Airlines is up 13 cents. Delta is down 34. You got Microsoft off $1. That's nothing. It was off $4 earlier. Tesla's up $38. You get Virgin Atlantic. Branson saved his airline. That's
okay. Did he?
Yeah, he actually did it, which is pretty cool. I mean, they didn't want to basically kick in anything because this is where this comes down, because what had ended up happening is that he moved to the British Virgin Islands years ago.
Sure.
And that's zero taxes. So it's like, hey, how am I going to basically save a company and a person that hasn't been paying taxes in the UK for,
He's basically a billionaire foreigner saying, give me some cash.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So that didn't fly, no doubt about that. Let's go take a look at the HUI, and the XAU. The HUI bottom line is that rejected lower price today at 298. You're at 305. The XAU, I suspect, is going to be the same deal. Yeah, we rejected lower price at 131. You're at 134.96. So. I can't wait. Jason will be on later this afternoon.
Nice.
And when I was talking to him last week, I think he's going to get a little inflation data for us, because I think inflation is moving into this market, man. We got CPI data this morning, man, that was above what they thought. So there you go. Yeah, I mean it would totally make sense. I mean it's not a far stretch that things are costing more money.
No.
Dow right now up 200, Nasdaq's down 32, S&Ps are up 4.5, gold is down 340. Notes and bonds are moving topside once again. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam! The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The gold report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the gold report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the gold report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 250. Nasdaq is down 16. S&Ps are up 9.5. And hey, Tom, you know what's going to be kind of cool? There's an article here, man. It's about Disney, but LeBron, he's psyched here that they're back to Disney. They're quarantined and all this to play, but it has here that as a young skinny kid in 1999, he was at the national championships there. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
So it's pretty wild, and I guess I didn't get the whole thing, but there was a Yeah, he at the very end, a tall, skinny kid named LeBron launched a shot from near half court. He missed. The loss was a formative experience for James. It was also the same place where he's now trying to win an NBA championship.
He was 14 at the time, man. Crazy.
Oh my God.
That's it.
Sick.
Yeah. I mean, it's remarkable, the expectation. Just jumping around LeBron, man. It's he's one of the best players in the NBA. Period.
What a specimen of DNA.
He just had all the expectations from the age of 17, and it doesn't happen by itself, man. There's a lot of prospects at 17, 18 that don't have what it takes, even with that type of raw skill. So he's quite a dude.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, Disney, man, from 115 to 117 with this market on the open, everywhere there's volatility, man. S&P's up 6 points now, 31.55. Like this morning's flash didn't even happen, man.
Yeah, there's no doubt. But guess what? As Mr. Basil Chapman would say, the day is young.
Exactly. It certainly happened, man. It certainly happened. Exactly.
You got to love it. Stay right there, folks. We got Think or Swim coming up next. And, of course, we got Basil Chapman, Steve Rhodes, Dave White. And you can expect, and I'll be back this afternoon, you can expect this volatility to continue. We have the Dow Industrials right now up 216. NASDAQ is down 30. S&Ps are up 4. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.
Real! Go get it, folks.